outgoing CEO of the Grenada National Training Agency, GNTA, that's K. Lincoln Morgan, says CARICOM has approved a new certification framework to award the Caribbean Vocational Qualification, CVQ, which is aligned to the National Qualifications Framework.
There is a new certification framework that CARICOM has approved for the award of CVQs and NVQs. Currently, we have a 5-level framework, where level 5 is roughly equivalent to postgraduate work beyond the bachelor's degree. Level 4 is like at around the bachelor's degree. Level 3 is like roughly equivalent to an associate degree. But now, going forward, we're going to have an 8-level framework, where level 8 is roughly equivalent to doctoral work. So you're in the skills area, but your certification is recognized locally, regionally, internationally, as it being equivalent to having done doctoral work.
In what specific areas? Or is it general across the board?
In different areas.
Okay.
It's a framework, and you can put different qualifications on that framework. Level 8 is is equivalent to a doctoral degree. Level 7 is roughly equivalent to a master's degree. Level 6 is roughly equivalent to a postgraduate certificate or diploma.
Okay.
Right? And level 5 is roughly equivalent to the bachelor's in the new framework.
Okay.
And level 4 would be roughly equivalent to the associate degree. I'm looking forward to the implementation of this framework across the region. It's already approved by CARICOM. We now have to build the standards against that framework and start certifying people against that framework. What that will do is that it will help to change that whole stigma of TVET being the bastard child of education or some inferior form of education for people who don't have sense. TVET is for the most brilliant among us. And now we are able to certify persons with skills at levels equivalent to somebody having a doctoral degree. If that doesn't help us to generate this kind of equivalence in our mind and to get rid of this stigma that TVET is some inferior thing, I don't know what would.
Morgan further explains that in Grenada, work has already been done on the National Qualifications Framework.
We have done work on the establishment of our National Qualifications Framework. The National Qualifications Framework is a framework that has on it all the qualifications that exist in the country, both academic, skilled, and it tells you how one qualification translates into another. So if you did a level 4 CVQ here in Grenada, that framework will tell you that the level 4 CVQ is roughly equivalent to a bachelor's degree, and you can then use this to move on either to a level 5 on the technical framework or to a master's degree on the academic framework. And so the National Qualifications Framework provides opportunities for us to be able to translate one kind of qualification into another kind of qualification, and for persons to move from one part of the education system to another. So you started off in the TVET area, like the persons who did the level 4 at CDAC and got into the master's degree program. They were able to use a technical qualification to transfer into or to matriculate into the next level on the academic side of the framework. But the National Qualifications Framework is an essential tool in helping us to see how different kinds of qualifications relate to each other. And I believe that when this is adequately implemented and people understand what it is in Grenada, you would see less and less over time of this treating TVET as an inferior qualification, because it really is not inferior, and our qualification framework actually says that.
The Grenada National Training Agency, GNTA, is celebrating 15 years of existence. The organization, which came into being in 2008, has had the responsibility of championing the case for skills development and being the body responsible for it in the country. To date, more than 7,000 certificates have been issued by the GNTA. The Grenada National Training Agency is a statutory body under the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture.